whatever the fuck just happened. It would have been a something to do with the executable, maybe getting like duplicate files. So one was like probably in parentheses with the number 1 to differentiate it from the other one. I don't know. Otherwise, I had to close out of both programs, both New Vegas and OBS, to get it to work. So okay, we're back. Let's try this one more time. If it doesn't load, I don't know what to do.
Where to, partner?
The fucking penthouse stat. Great. Fucking brilliant. Hello, everybody.
Well, hello, Sugar. Mr. House is waiting for you in his office.
Okay, what can you tell me about... Who are you?
I'm Jane, one of Mr. House's girls. We keep him entertained. We don't get many guests lately. Perhaps we can entertain...
Okay, what can you tell me about New Vegas?
Oh, there's lots of things to tell, I'm sure. There's the 3 families, the casinos, the other attractions.
The 3 families?
They're just new money, Sugar. They might pretend they're sophisticated, but between you and me, they're not far off. Their marriages especially are just awful brutes. The chairman and the White Glove Society at least pretend to have some cult.
Tell me about the other attractions.
Well, let's see. The NCR has an embassy here, but why you'd want to go talk to a bunch of boring old politicians, Oh, and the Vault 21 Hotel and Gift Shop has an adorable collection of old Vault-Tec memorabilia. And I suppose if you like neon signs, you might check out Michelangelo's sign shop.
Cool. Tell me about the casinos.
Well, of course, there used to be a lot more of them. But these days, there are 3 open to the public. The Tops, the Ultralux, and Gomorrah.
The
And the
Ultralux.
Lucky 38, of course. But we're not open to the public. You're a special case, Sugar. Anything you like, Sugar.
Can you tell me about Mr. House?
Why, Sugar, he's the maximum utmost. If it weren't for Mr. House, we wouldn't have this fabulous wonderland of New Vegas, would we?
Yeah, sounds like you're pretty fond of him.
Well, of course I am, silly. Mr. House is just the smartest, most wonderful man there ever was. Why, did you know he single-handedly reclaimed New Vegas from... Well, he single-handedly sent in his Securitrons...
Yeah.
Sugar, I may be a robot on the outside, but on the inside, my neurocomputational matrix is an exact copy of Mr. House's favorite girl.
Wow. So you're a copy of a dead woman.
Mr. House has a lot of needs, Sugar. I take care of all of them. And
Stop it. Okay, I really don't want to talk or think about that.
Then
So
maybe you shouldn't
yeah, let's move on. I need to talk. Do you like snow globes?
Not if you happen to...
Yes. I have a snow globe.
You
Give
do?
me money.
Why, that's just wonderful.
Holy shit.
I'll take them and put them...
Okay, well... Bye. I will. We're gonna talk to this guy. Hello, we just poke a button.
This meeting has been a long time coming, hasn't it? You've come a long ways, literally, and I suspect figuratively as well. I have to ask, now that you've reached your destination, what do you make of what you see?
Prefer the wasteland. What the hell are you? Can we get down to business?
Oh, by all means, yes. That's refreshing. The business is this. One of my employees has stolen an item of extraordinary value from me, and I want it recovered. Simple enough.
Yeah, it's Benny. It's what do you propose?
My only concern is the recovery of the platinum chip. What happens to Benny, I leave to your
Yeah,
discretion.
okay. Well,
When you bring the chip to me, I will pay you 4 times the delivery bonus stipulated.
are you paying me more for the fucking snow globes than you are for the chip? Raise your price or your chip out of luck. 1,000? Okay.
Well enough. Return to me when you have the platinum chip in your possession. Any final matters for us?
Yes, I have questions, I guess.
What did you wish to know?
How do I get to Benny?
It won't be easy. Benny is always surrounded by at least 4 bodyguards, except when he's in his...
Chairman, are your employees, don't they take orders?
It's more complicated than that. The chairmen share what you might call a... Look for a man named Swank, Benny's second in command. He's... Do your best to convince him that you're working under my auspices. If you have evidence of Benny's crimes...
Okay, why can't you be the one to tell Swank? Yeah.
By contract, Securitrons are to enter the casinos only when invited by the 3 families, or if other extraordinary circumstances arise. The moment I send one into the tops, Benny will know I'm on to him.
Well, can't I just tell him to come out, the other guy? Okay, say I want a more diplomatic approach.
If you were to approach Benny in public, you might be able to leverage his fear of exposure to make him agree to...
Any ideas on how I could catch him off guard?
Sneaking into Benny's suite on the 13th floor would be very... There might be guards. Certainly there'd be a sturdy lock.
Okay.
What else did you...
Tell me about Benny.
Benny has led the chairman ever since I recruited his tribe 7 years ago. Until his recent misbehavior, I planned to make him my protege. Maybe if I'd begun grooming him sooner, not...
What use could you have for a protege?
To achieve my aims, I require a capable human agent to perform certain tasks.
Okay.
I knew Benny was ambitious, even ruthless, but I believed he would do the job so long as he was incentivized appropriately. Obviously, I miscalculated his drive for supremacy, but in any case, you've come along. A more than suitable...
Why did Benny betray you?
I have to think that he found out about the platinum chip and mistakenly convinced himself that he could use it to his own ends. One of the problems of a tribal workforce, I'm afraid. No intuitive understanding of how complex technologies can be.
Why didn't you intervene sooner?
Why didn't Victor intervene sooner, you mean?
Yeah.
Good Springs is a bit too far away for me to reliably control a Securitron agent by remote. I can send and receive packets of data at best. Victor's combat algorithms determined the proper course of action. Benny and his thugs were more than a match for a lone Securitron. When he alerted me, I instructed him to approach the site after Benny and the others had departed. What else?
What is the platinum chip?
It's a very special item. There's nothing else like it in the entire world. It was lost. That's all you need to know about it.
Okay, well, the more I know about the chip, yeah.
You might keep an eye out for any computers that Benny's been using. Maybe even a computer lab.
If the chip is so valuable, why use a single courier to transport it?
You realize you were just one of many couriers. The rest of them... Add to that many thousands of caps worth of mercenary protection to screen your avenue of... Had I used an armed caravan to transport the chip, I might as well have been announcing to the world, this is important, attack this. I didn't want to attract the attention of groups like the Great Khans or the Brotherhood of Steel. Alas, the real threat was closer to home.
Why don't you send the robots into the tops and arrest Benny?
Frontal assaults on casinos, not good for business. In any case, Benny would see it coming, and all he'd have have to do is hold the chip up and point a pistol at.
Yeah.
Our foremost advantage is that Benny doesn't know that I know he has the chip.
Okay, yeah.
What else?
What exactly, or who exactly are you?
I am Robert Edwin House, President, CEO, and sole proprietor of the New Vegas Strip. I oversaw the city's renovations starting from 2274 onward. Before the Great War of 2077, I was the founder, president, and CEO of Robco Industries.
You appear to be a computer, not a man.
Don't let the video screens and computer terminals fool you. I'm flesh and blood, not silicon.
That fountain's not even moving, that's just a fucking picture. The lifespan you're claiming is impossible except for ghouls and super mutants.
I see you've made a study of the topic. My knowledge of the science of longevity would fill several textbooks. Perhaps after a decade or two of economic reconstruction, I can commercialize these technologies and offer them to others, such as yourself.
How have you stayed alive all this time?
Let's just say it was very costly. But I was willing to make the sacrifices longevity entailed, financial and other.
How did you establish New Vegas?
We can discuss this in greater detail at another time. Suffice it to say that when my Securitrons detected NCR scouts at Hoover Dam, I took action. I recruited a tribal force to stop. Instead of war, a treaty was negotiated, and the monies.
Cool.
What else?
Tell me about the factions.
It's understandable that you'd be curious about this topic, but we'll hold off until the plan. What else?
Okay, bye. Cool. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Let's look out the window at the wasteland with its jagged ass mountains that don't make any sense. He's a sentimental motherfucker, isn't he? One sentimental bastard. Okay. What time is it? 2:30. Hello again. I'm probably going to save and quit here. Nice texture. Probably save and quit here. Just to keep it timely and avoid any overlapping of the allotted time. I'm not sure how long I've been streaming. At least 2 hours, I think. Maybe 1.5, 2. I'm not sure. But anyways, thanks for sticking around this long if you have been. This has been Pitt Patterson. Come back next time and we will continue on this voyage. Probably return to the Crimson Caravan, do some cast stuff, etc., etc. So, have a good one.